So, the audio research project on YouTube. The most successful part about this project was definitely the way that in our group we divided our main category up into subcategories, and each person was given a subcategory to go and research and write their so-called few minutes of speech on. And this made the workload evenly spread. It made for a less stressful preparation process. However, the most difficult and problematic kind of point of this whole process was trying to get everyone in a room at the same time. We made two different meetings, and both times we were missing a member or two members. People had work, people have other commitments, people weren't responding, and that's just, I guess, the nature of kind of group work in a uni setting. But it just made it a little bit more difficult to kind of get everything done. And this project helped me understand the relationship between YouTube creators and demonetization. I knew what it was, but I wasn't kind of aware of the impact that actually had on the media that these creators were putting out, and how it isn't the most honest representation of either their daily life vlogs, gaming streams, recipe videos, even news content, because they're all filtered through this kind of censorship system, making sure that everything fits the criteria of what YouTube wants to put out there. It also spread light on copyright issues that we had been discussing in previous vlogs and classes, just because it made me understand that copyright and demonetization go hand in hand, and it's almost like another thing that you have to worry about when putting a video up on YouTube. The most important affordance of the audio-based media project was the device we used to record our voices. It had to be even quality throughout the whole audio project, so all of us using the same microphone and one of good quality made for the project itself to work a lot more cohesively overall. The most vital thing that I learned was do your bit. What I mean by this is, if you've done your bit that you've been asked to do, not only will the rest of the group feel supported, but you'll also have less stress about putting more pressure on yourself and everyone else. The other thing that I learned was communicate regularly. Let the group know if you're running behind, you haven't done your bit. Can you make it to the meeting? Can you not? What times you're available? Are you gonna have to leave early? All sorts of things. Just open communication constantly. We did this via a group chat, but you're gonna have to somehow be able to communicate when you're not all in the same room. These are not just important for the assignment, but also for life in general and the workplace. Simply, it just won't be justifiable if you don't turn up to work having your job done, and you haven't communicated why you haven't got it done, or communicated in general at all. So they're very good life lessons, I think. The piece of feedback that we took on board was around adding audio bites into our piece. What I mean by this is we referenced famous YouTubers like Logan Paul, PewDiePie, Glamagore, and things like that, and we did have a few different kind of snippets of their voices talking, but it wasn't enough. So people mentioned maybe we should put some Logan Paul, PewDiePie, and reference the exact video that we're talking about. This way it gave some kind of background information to what we're mentioning, context, and it also broke up our voices and made it a lot more easy to listen to, a lot more interesting and engaging. So it was definitely a very good piece of advice, and it enhanced the project overall, I believe.